Hello and welcome. This is Diana and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be a general reading and a clearing of what you need to surrender. And just kind of looking at the current energies, what you need to release, what may be to unfold, what's coming in the future, and just kind of aligning the energy, right? Get comfortable if you know how to ground. This is where I would in fact ground. And just pull up that earth energy and allow yourself to connect. Surrender to outdated beliefs and surrender to your soul path. And what limiting beliefs are you holding on to? Go ahead and keep running your energy. If you need to take big exhales, go ahead. That's how energy moves. And that's how you get rid of the stuff that you've been holding on to, right? Yeah, it's something that's been going on for like the last 6 months is what they just said. Where like you're setting goals or you're setting like benchmarks of accomplishments of what you need to accomplish, right? I'm going to throw out a couple of these and just kind of that's what I thought. Okay. Is there anything else? Yeah, so if you've been journaling, like what is the thing that keeps popping up in your journal that is around like it's interesting because they're like a seer. Shak Samboni. Okay, we're going to leave that there for a minute. I'm going to keep going. What are you camouflaging in your current reality where you are playing powerlessness, where you're always hitting the obstacles, like where you have to be in your instincts, where you do not feel like you are able to be, you know, what, yeah, oh, there you go. It's guilt versus insecurity and the perception that you're replaying, right? Because it's interesting. It's like, I had someone once tell me, oh, you're projecting one thing, but I don't see you like this, right? I don't see that part of you. And it was really interesting because in that momentary lapse, there was a perception that was perceived by another person of what they chose to see about themselves, right? And I don't know, there's relevance to that. Like a person is going to see what they want to see in you, not what you actually are feeling inside, right? It's the duck on top of the water is calm and still, but the feet under the water is like frantically like paddling and shifting, right? So it stays afloat. I don't know, there's something to that. Decisions. Stamina, harmony, and money. They're also showing me that like somebody made a deal with the, like, take it as it resonates, yo. I don't know where this is coming from, but there's something in regards to destiny that's unfolding. As you know, a wolf travels in a pack, but a wolf is an individual being, right? Somebody has a kid that's super, super depressed. And somebody is pretending to be like a fake facade, right? But their kid is like a disaster. One person is kind of cultivating magic, and another person is essentially like living in their insecurities of what they conjured for themselves, right? And it's all about like, oh, got it, thank you. They're showing me 3 paths of 3 decisions that were made, right? And it's all about powerlessness or powerfulness. It's harmony or obstacles. It's all about like what is like your path to divine judgment. I don't know where I get this shit, you guys. It just comes through. I don't know. They just said these. Let's see. Yeah, there's something is coming up where there is, I don't know what the big next shift is in planet-wise, but that's going to bring in like another wave of something. Yeah, it's all about what intentions are you setting currently right now, right? The 8th ocean, man, that came out. There's, and I don't know, like maybe you want to look up what this means. The 8th ocean. I don't know what that's tied to. Like maybe it's a sci-fi term. Maybe it's like a etherical term. Maybe it's like a planetary term. I don't know what it is, right? But the 8th ocean, it's some kind of a, like they're showing me like a clock, like ticking down to something. And it's all about the intentions and the vibrations that you're in, right? You have to surrender to anything that is outdated, right? If you are constantly living in the, oh, it was the way it was back before this or back before that or whatever it may be, interesting. Yeah, they're showing me somebody walking through a wall, so, and there's the truth. So maybe the possibilities that somebody could not walk through a wall, right? Maybe understanding like the Ka body is a real body, or maybe understanding that like your soul path is specifically designed for you. And like we all have a multitude of, I feel like I'm amplifying or like I'm screaming. We all have the ability of like choice, right? We all have the ability. So I'm sorry if I'm blowing out your ears. I apologize. We all have the ability of choice, and it's up to the individual, like what it is that brings them balance and allows them to connect into a higher vibrational plane, for angelic, right? Some people are like weird. They're just showing me like some people believe in like all the gods, right? All the energies, all the deities, all the, you know, what do you call them? Etheric? No. Like the fairies and the unicorns and the leprechauns and like all of the all the elementals. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was a grasp. It's like when I channel, I lose the word. I can't, it's not on the tip of my tongue. I had to go in the Rolodex. So like, regardless of like wherever it is that you're resonating to, right? Whether or not you're realizing like your past lives, or you're realizing like the gifts that you had as a kid, or like things are popping to you in regards so that you can clear them. Like honor the journey and the path that you're on right now, right? Give homage to the obstacles, right? Because it without the clarity of the obstacles, you wouldn't be able to see clearly like the steps that you had to take to get to where you're at now. Just because of what's unfolding in your current reality does not mean that that will be your future. It's just what's taking place right now. How do you pause and pivot? What do you need to do to shift your perspective so you're not operating out of a form of guilt? If you don't do this, da-da-da-da-da, right? Like, how is it that, like, when you're put in an awkward situation, you're no longer gravitating to like picking up a drink because you're like, oh my God, all these people I don't know, da-da-da, right? I'm not used to this. Like, how do you overcome that insecurity piece? How do you get into your heart center? And how do you overcome like the devil of the world, right? Like the things that have told you you had to do or be something, right? Or you in order to do X, Y, you have to do Y. It's not necessarily like that, right? Like many of us have different circadian rhythms that we gravitate to. We all have different vibrational frequencies. So like, how do you get on your highest flying disc so that you're no longer allowing like the lower energies to actually impede, right? Like whether it's abundance, it's being in lack, feeling like you've been robbed, feeling like you're in mental anguish, that like somebody is in like a dire need of like a perspective shift, right? It's all about like your perception, like you allowing your body to like then choose a higher timeline, right? And it's wild because it's like all week it's been really focused on like, what is your reality and what is it that you are focusing out into that reality on a regular basis. If you preferably, like to go for walks in the morning, or you like to work out in the morning, or you like to meditate in the morning, or you like to swim in the morning, or you like something that's going to like bring you into your body and allow you to be like grounded in the moment, right? Whatever that looks like for you. Or, do you prefer to like just go right in to an environment of what you like, you're hitting the ground running, right? And you're a go. And so like whatever is for you, like allow that to see what you're still being tied into in that process. See what it is that serves you and what does not serve you, right? And if you are not protecting yourself with like the armor of God, if you feel like your armor has been impeded, pull in that color that you need more of, right? Like that gold and white light. And allow that to fill your armor. Allow that to give you the balance. Like ask the angelics, like to help you in your perception so that you are not repeating patterns, right? Gone are the days where we're no longer doing the self work, or we're no longer like choosing a higher timeline, where we're no longer like being better for our children. It's all about allowing yourself to step into the harmony so that you can no longer operate in these old ways of being, these old automatic responses. And it's with that clarity, it's coming, right? So set your intentions now, and maybe between now and the next full moon, something's going to happen. I don't know about like alignments. I have not looked, but you can always tap in with yourself and see what resonates for you. Like what is like your own insight. I don't know. Yeah, it's all about your evolution. Yeah, in short, thanks guys. We could have just cut to that from the very beginning. In Seer, Shax, and Booney, you are required to exit and unplug and clear out all. Thank you. Take a deep breath. You're going to feel some releasing in the abdomen area. And just pull in, they just said the yellow. And maybe a little bit of teal. So Lady Venus, look at where Venus is placed. What is your house of love? Like, how do you love? Right? Download and understandings. It's all about your evolution to self, to sacred self. Mother, Father, God, trusting in the universe, and always clear, cancel, release and return to sender, right? Allowing yourself to stand in your own truth. You are a sovereign being in a body. Nothing in a lower vibration or a lower spiritual ranking should be allowed in your space. Claim it, name it, and command it. It's time to shift the wind. It's time to see who's operating in the light of the devil. It's time to see, like, who is planting seeds of toxicity, right? And call it out and allow yourself to step back into compassion and oneness, but to claim your own divinity and sovereignty, right? And you may actually see a lot of 1133. I am going to leave that there. If something resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I would say for your homework, if you choose to accept it and you've made it this far, I would say really start looking at the truth of how you're manifesting and like where your insecurities are still playing out. I am going to leave that there. Be well, my friends. If you do need a reading or a clearing, I am currently accepting sessions. And everything will be listed in the box below. Ciao.